I don't understand why that sucker's so expensive. The dang 80s. All right, we are live. John's probably on some fancy yacht somewhere with some white pants. Don't know where he's at. That mother trucker loves wearing white pants.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he got like I don't know, like a white suit for like every occasion. I don't know. It's just very fancy, very Miami, Mr. 305, Pitbull style.
yeah. I used to like wearing white Levi's, but man, they're so hard to keep clean.
White Levi's.
Well, it was more like a stature thing, because when I was a teenager, man, I mean, we used to wear pants size 48, size 50, with our
Oh yeah,
size 30 waist.
you remember the Jinkos, bro?
Yeah,
Damn elephant.
but
Damn.
the white Levi's were so hard to find in a size 50, like almost impossible. So if you had them, it's like, whoa, it's like being a collector, like, whoa, that's rare.
White Levi's. I remember black jeans. I used to rock black jeans all the time. Get some Dockers. My mom thought Dockers was like the for the
Fancy.
rich folks. That was the
Yeah.
brand. I said, for la marca. I said, marca para la gente con dinero, tú sabes. I'm like, Dockers? Dockers jeans and Dockers khakis?
Yeah, the khakis.
Yeah, the khakis,
I
bro.
remember the commercials.
Cali. You know about khakis in Cali, bro, with the high
Yeah,
socks.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Believe me, that was my thing. I still wore high socks forever. So probably like I think the last time I bought big socks was probably like 10 years ago. But even till then, I mean, I was wearing knee high socks all the time.
All right, so what you drinking tonight, bro?
I got that Golden Road Dodgers beer.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I saw you drinking
Yeah,
that earlier.
they gave us a pallet of this
Really?
at Dodger Stadium. They just gave us a whole pallet of them, and like, man, I was taking home like a 6 pack every night for the last
That's
month.
dope. I'll keep a can, bro. Dodgers. I wonder if the Yankees got one.
Yeah, but this is it's not like a Bud Light, like where it's limited edition. This is like on sale at all the stores all the
Oh,
time.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like a special brew or anything like that.
No, it's a special brew, a Dodger brew, but it's not limited.
I
They
got you.
keep selling it.
I'm drinking a little bourbon, a little 90 proof for those who want to know. Little Chestnut Farm. Highly recommend. Straight bourbon, Kentucky. I'll be hitting Kentucky later in the year for the Bourbon Trail.
Is that right? Huh? So
Yeah, man.
how do you normally drink your hard liquor? You mix
What
it or just take shots?
if I mix it? It means I just put some ice in my bourbon. That's my mix. I don't do it like John Mangini and put Coke in it.
On the
But
rocks, huh?
yeah, no, I mean there's a reason why you mix Jack Daniels with Coke because Jack Daniels is a very good. But most bourbons I like neat or with ice. Depends what kind of liquor, like Tito's, like vodka.
Yeah.
Then I'll mix it with something. I usually do like a seltzer water or something like that. But yeah, if I'm out and about, I'll do like an old fashioned or like a whiskey sour, something like that. I'm not in college anymore. I don't do Jaeger bombs and Fireball. And you remember, we're the same age. You remember Goldschlager, bro, with the
Oh
gold.
yeah, the golden flakes.
Oh, I got some stories, bro.
Oh,
Me
so do
and
I, dude.
like nowadays, the story, every good story starts with, well, I was drinking Fireball. Well, back in the
Yeah.
90s, well, bro, I was drinking some Goldschlager and da 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 da. It's like, oof, I can still taste the Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Vodka
It was
is everything true.
it was like minty or something too, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
had like a little aftertaste to it.
yeah.
I won't say minty, but it was on the sweeter side. But it was just the gold flakes. The girls liked it. So that's probably why I was drinking. I was only like 18, 19 in the army when I was over there drinking that shit.
Yeah. That's
Fireball is
just,
trash. That's Dom. Dom was like, Fireball is trash from a nowadays person. Essentially, someone from
yeah.
in the
But
20s.
hey, man, the young kids love it, man. The younger generation loves that White Claw. It's their thing now.
Oh, that White Claw. Yeah, back in the day was Zima. That was our
Yeah,
White Claw, bro.
yeah. I remember like when we used to go to the bars and you'd pay extra. I think it was only like a quarter, but to make it any color you want, they'll just put a dye in it, on your bottle. So I got a blue, hey, I got a red. It
Yeah.
didn't change the flavor or anything.
Oh, when you put the Jolly Rancher in it?
No, they would just put like food dye to make it
Oh,
any color you wanted. The clear Zima they had back then.
yeah. So, oh, look, we got Darren from Return to Collecting, Sammy, Peeps, Four Leaf, Dom, Petty. We got some people up in here. So, my man, I saw, I enjoyed your video earlier with the greatest, your greatest pack pull.
Yeah,
I remember, I know you talk about that Bryce Harper, but I always remember this is before I was really on YouTube or anything like that. I just watched your channel, but you were always getting Aaron Judge. Didn't you
yeah.
get a gold label Judge auto?
I don't think it was a gold label.
It was. I could have
I
sworn it was
forgot
gold.
what it was, but it was really good. That was back then when we had another knit tight group on YouTube before called the Card Family, and this guy Snotzilla, he would always have breaks, and I don't like to get into breaks, but anytime there was one spot or two spots left, he's like, "Hey man, can you just do me a favor and get in?" I would get in, and dude, I was pulling fire. Somehow I always got lucky, and I got some good cards, like buying the last spot. But yeah, I got the Judge. That was a redemption from him, from one of the breaks I entered from him.
That's
But yeah, I mean, I gave it a that that's one of the things you gotta keep your word, because before that I was always saying like, oh, I hate Judge Judy. If I got an autograph, I would give it away. I wouldn't want it. And then when I got that card, oh, the comments filled up. Hey, you said you were gonna give it away. I was like, so
I wish we were homies back then. I would be like, yo, bro. But nah, every time someone asked me my best pull, I didn't even realize it, but like maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago, um, my best pull was the Cunha auto number to
yeah,
50 that my
dirt.
son gave me. But in that same blaster, in that same $13 blaster, was another Acuna. It seems to work that way. Like when you get a hit, there's usually another hit right beside it or next to
Yeah,
it in the same box. But I had a super short print Acuna where he's celebrating in the dugout, and I looked on
yeah,
that on eBay. That thing's $200. So I have a $13 blaster. I got two cards worth combined $500. They're both like $200 a piece. I was like, that's the best Easter present my son or anyone
yeah.
has ever gotten
What
me.
what year was that?
2019. It was his second year because it was the Gold Cup. Because Acuna
Yeah,
was
man. I used
2018.
to pull. I used to pull a lot of good hits because I just bought so much.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is because I bought so much. So
Yeah, I think it's a combination. I bought a lot too because it was plentiful. It seems like cards are plentiful again, but I think it's
yeah,
overproduction. But I mean, if you think about the rookie classes of 2017,
yeah.
with Judge, Bellinger, 2018, Otani, Soto, Acuna, Gleyber Torres. 2019 had 2019 had Vladdy. Was Boba Shit or Boba Shit was 20.
Yeah, and like Bobby Wick Jr.
2019 had like it had a couple. Oh, 2019 had P. Alonso, Vladdy, Eloy Jimenez, and there was one more. But I mean, it seemed like
Jordan Alvarez, I think too.
yeah, Alvarez, I think it was. And it just seems like anytime with those, 17, 18, 19, even 20, there was some studs. You were always hitting something because the rookie classes were so plentiful. Now it seems like it's like one or two, like
Yeah, right. We're living in a good time. We're buying at it in a good time right there, man.
thank goodness those were before COVID because 2017, 18, those were some great classes, bro. And then if you enjoyed Otani and got on him early, you got him super cheap because he got hurt. I was
Yeah,
getting him in the dollar boxes, bro.
yeah.
And
I can't believe when that stuff happens, dude. Like same thing happened when like Acuna got hurt, his cards went down. When Otani got hurt, And I don't understand. People's like, so what? He's on the injury list for a couple weeks. What's the big deal? Everybody goes through that. I don't understand that, dude. I really don't nowadays. Well, just with everything, how the hobby, it just totally changed. Just like now, I mean, the rookie cards back then, like if you had a Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs, like Tony Gwynn, they were like $30, which was like expensive, compared to the other cards. But it was like $30. It was reasonable for a rookie, like, oh, this guy has potential. But now it seems like rookie prices are like, oh, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. They're paying
Yeah.
Hall of Fame prices already, before he does anything.
No, I mean that's how we grew up. That's why I think a lot of, at least me, I was always slow to pick up like the Trout in 2011 because to me, Griffey Jr. in '89 Upper Deck was like the creme de la creme chase card of all time. That and the Don Mattingly, but those cards. I mean, if you think about it, even back in the day, um, the Griffey wasn't even the most expensive card. It was the reverse negative Del Murphy. I remember seeing
Yeah.
the Beckett. Well, Del Murphy was $75. Uh-oh, someone didn't pay their internet. The dang Del Murphy was like $75, and Griffey
Yeah.
was like 30 or $40. I was like, I gotta get this
Yeah.
reverse negative, bro.
I remember like in the late 80s, like especially like in 89, people were like, that was kind of like a conspiracy in the hobby. It's like, okay, they're making errors on purpose now.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
for a minute there was a couple of reverse negatives. I remember the one Gonzalez. Remember the one Gonzalez?
Yeah. There was, I think there was a Ruben Sierra. There was a few, you know what I mean? But I think like back then, like the hobby kind of got wise to it, and then prices kind of went down. Like, they're doing it on purpose. I don't know, man. It was just weird. I remember thinking that in the late 80s, though. Like, dude, they're making errors on purpose. Like they had, it was it 80, 88 or 89 tops. They had the record breakers, and then they had like a little box saying the record they broke, and
Uh-huh.
those are supposed to be like very rare, and then they fixed it to where it didn't have that box anymore. But there was just so many, man, so
Yeah,
many.
I wanted the reverse negative. I got the one Gonzalez. That wasn't that hard to get. Um,
Juan Gonzalez has another one in the like one of those what do they call, like a ViewMaster, like a little film one that's also backwards.
I don't remember that one. What, the
Yeah, I
studio?
mean,
92
I don't know.
studio?
I don't know if it's studio or not, but yeah, and it ain't like a base card, but it has like a little film in it that you can see through if you hold it up in the light, a little
Oh,
square.
okay, okay, okay.
And they have a reverse negative on that one too, where it's not a reverse negative,
Yeah,
it's just placed backwards in there.
it's the actual negative, bro.
Yeah, it's just reverse. It's placed the wrong way, placed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't like huge on chasing like these error cards because I was just like they messed up the card. I was a kid. I was like they messed up the card. Why would I want to chase that? Until I saw the Beckett and saw the reverse negative Del Murphy
Well,
and the Billy Ripken. When that
yeah,
sugar came out, I was like, I just wanted it because it said a bad word. You know,
yeah,
I was like, I gotta have that.
that
And
was
then when I
shocking.
what was it? It was I think I was watching like Dateline with my parents or like one of those late news shows, Dateline or 2020, and they were talking about like the Frank Thomas no name and how much that sucker was worth. I'm like, and my dad's like, "You got that card?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I went to my little shoebox. I'm like, "Nah, I ain't got it." Because my collection fit a shoebox. That shoebox went everywhere. My pops was in the military, so that's where everywhere I went, that shoebox went. That's why my cards are all jacked up. At least my
Yeah,
top cards.
yeah.
Uh,
I kept all my stuff in cards. I remember like begging. That was one thing I learned is because I was asking my mom, like, okay, for school this year, I want high tops just so I could have a bigger shoebox. And I ended up she ended up getting me some Converse All Stars because those are high tops, but they come in a little ass shoebox because they're folded. You know what I mean?
oh, it's raining over here, bro. So if I go out, you gotta carry it on until I get back on.
All right,
It's raining over here.
we're getting some rain tomorrow.
Hardly ever rains. I was in Cali a couple weeks ago, and it rained the whole freaking time. It's
They've been
so
cloud seeding, dude. They've been cloud seeding.
yeah. I was in northern Cal, like up in Napa, so it was raining, but it was a good time. It was a good time. But let me show you a pickup because I like showing baseball cards. The wife hooked me up. She wanna cheer me up, so she hooked me up with the last big '80s card that I needed. Um, Here we go.
That's a sweet
19.
Kirby, man.
If my boy Donnie Livestreams was here, he'll be busting a nut because this guy's kneeling. A Hall of Famer that's kneeling. Come on, bruh. Be like, Lou, let me hold that card for a second. But yeah,
Dude, that
I've wanted this
that
card for a while.
that set is sweet, man. I remember having a chance to buy it for like $220, and I just couldn't come up with the money on time to buy it. Like there was this card guy, and he had a Frankensons, and he was asking me, "What are you looking for?" I said, "Oh, I just need the 1980 tops up, the traded series to complete my traded series sets from the '80s." And I don't have that one. I got the '84 Fleer, and I was like, but I really want to complete the tops first. I'm gonna look around for this tops, and I'll get the Fleer after, And then he told me like $200. I was like 220 or something, and I was like, damn, that's a lot because the other tops ones, you find them for like $10 and stuff. So I was like, I go, but I really wanted it. I mean, that's a great set with it. Who is in there? Dwight Gooden, Clemens,
Well,
Puckett. I mean,
sorry, that
so
was
many great names.
some lightning. I might lose power, but yeah, bro. The reason, it's incredible this set and how expensive this. This card is sneaky expensive. That's why I went with the 8. But I think it's Dylan approved. Look at the centering. But bro, believe it or not, I've been chasing the Clemens because I just like Clemens, and that's his go-to. Bro, the Clemens is more than the Kirby in a lot of cases. Like,
yeah, but
a raw Clemens is almost $200.
But that's because it's got that's the '80s thing, the XRC. You know what I mean?
But how's Clemens more than Kirby, bro? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the Clemens because it's more. I just jumped on this. I talked to the guy, negotiated. He wasn't too difficult to work with.
I don't know if it has
got a deal, but was it cheap?
Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with like flippers and stuff. Just betting that he's gonna get into the Hall of Fame eventually.
I just think. Kirby's a popular guy, but Clemens is just as popular.
But Clemens is popular right now because the thing with him being on the ballot every year, on the Hall of Fame ballot.
But didn't all that die when they went to the committee and they didn't even get the 4 votes? Like, I thought for sure they won't get enough votes to be carried on, at least close. But Mattingly got more votes. I think Mattingly got 6 votes. Bonds didn't get. I think he got 2-3 votes. Same with Clemens. That was eye-opening because these are their peers. These aren't riders with a grudge. These were their peers. And they didn't get enough. I was like, they're not getting in.
No I don't know, man. I kind of hope they do just because there's already a couple of Reuters in, but these are the creme de la creme of the Reuters. You know what I mean? They got to be before the cheap Reuters.
You would think, but I guess they love Ortiz. There are Reuters in there, but I don't know, bro.
Well, and then a lot has to do with coming clean and your attitude, more or less not denying it the whole time and throwing other people under the bus.
I don't know if that's true, bro, because A-Rod has been squeaky clean. He's on TV with Fox and he's doing analysis. That guy's got 696 home runs. He ain't getting nowhere, bro.
Yeah, but his whole thing is he was a dirty player. You know what I mean? He's just got some dirt on him. The whole thing with the pop up at third base, him knocking the
stand-up ball. I did that playing.
Oh no. Hey, I totally agree. But like now, the way it's viewed now, you know what I mean? To me, that was baseball. Same thing with say like Chase Utley when he took out what was it, Flores, or who did he take out at second base? Back then, that was legal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But now they made the Chase Utley rule, so that's illegal. So now people frown upon that. Same thing with Posey being taken out at home plate. I'm okay
with the catcher.
Trucking the catcher was part of the game. Now you're frowned upon if you do that.
Yeah, I'm okay with the catcher one because catchers were getting nailed and shortening their careers. And there's some great catchers that
Yeah. I don't understand. Like you got people like Mike Sosha. He had a full career, and if you see highlights, man, he got trucked so many times. I don't know how he never really got a
Bush
crazy
was a big
injury.
guy though, right? He'd probably take the hit a lot better than most.
Yeah. Well, that's what I made a video talking about when I pulled a Buster Posey card. I said, pretending like it was an old video. I said, this guy's too skinny to be a catcher. He's gonna get trucked. I bet you if he gets trucked, they're gonna make a rule to protect the catchers. But people were
Time out. Gotta fill up.
but they should have got wise to that a while ago. Like, was it Craig Biggio that was a catcher, and then they moved on to first,
Yeah. Carlos
so he don't
Delgado.
get hurt. He don't get hurt. They should have done with same thing with Posey.
A lot of people do that. Carlos Delgado came in as a catcher, and they moved him. So I mean, it's just what's the word? Just protecting. They're just protecting the player, man. Especially Delgado, man. I thought he was going to get 500 home runs, but he fell just short, like 30 something short. I think he finished with like 460, 463, something like that. So you were showing me something that you just picked up, bro. What you pick up, homie?
Well,
Heartstrings.
I'll tell you first, real quick. Just the reason why I went to my LCS today. The only thing I wanted to buy was a double mag, to hold my Dale Murphy error card.
Oh, I'm glad you're gonna upgrade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this case, I've had it forever, and it's always been tight, and I don't know why now it's loose, and the cards just jiggle way too much in there. And every once in a while, it's a snap tight, but now it's loose, like the centering. You know what I mean? So now the cards, every once in a while, the cards will shift. You know what I mean? They'll be laying on top of each other. So I don't want that to happen. So I went just to go buy this, so I was thinking of switching the Dale Murphy to that, which is something I never really do. I've never really upgraded a case.
I know.
But while I was there, obviously,
damn $500 cars and yellow top loaders, mother trucker. You need a.
Yeah. That's why I told you earlier. I called John Mangini and just to ask him. I say, hey, what exactly is a curator? I hear you say that when you're upgrading your slabs or whatever, your cases. I go, so is this curating? You know what I mean? Or am I going to look stupid if I say that I'm curating? But so obviously, while I'm there looking around, I picked up that Otani with Trout, on the golf cart.
Golf cart, yeah.
And this guy was sitting on top, so had to pick that up.
Oh, can never have too many Clementes, homie.
Yeah, I don't think I have this. I'm pretty positive I don't have it because the only card I have like this is the Mickey Mantle. So this is the second one I have, from the playing cards.
I wouldn't mind having the Mantle. The Mantle's not expensive or impossible to get,
Yeah, I got mine's in a GMA slab.
That's cool.
I remember that guy. He got it graded in the GMA, and they gave him an authentic. And then he was like, "Oh no, this is bullshit. I'm gonna resubmit it to PSA." And people were telling him, "Dude, that card is not good. It's not in great shape. You're not gonna get a 2." He was like saying, "Oh, I'm sure it'll get a 4 or 5," and he was trying to sell it for like a PSA 4 and a 5 price. And then I told him, I go, "Dude, I forgot what I'll give you $50." And he was like, "Man, if I can't sell it, I'll sell it to you for 50." And then eventually, a couple weeks later, I got it. John Reindeer Studios.
Yeah, I rock it for my boy Scotty. I was rocking this all day. No, this.
I don't know why I always say John. I always say John Reindeer Studios.
He knows what you mean, Scott.
Yeah, when I talk to him, I always say Scott, and stuff. But when I'm not directly talking about him, it's like I always say John Reindeer. I don't know why.
Now there's some good chat. There's some good chat going on. My boy AD. Everyone's talking about Clemens, all-time legendary player, of course, 7 Cy Youngs and everything. But Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, these guys save baseball. What's funny is MLB praises them doing all this time when the seats were filling up and revenue was good, and now they won't. Now they want to shit on them. It's true though. I mean, the thing is, with the summer of '98 was the greatest time of baseball in my lifetime. I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 next month. That summer of '98, when everyone thought it was McGuire, it was just a one man race, and it's just one of those things. It was cool because it's like, oh dang, someone has a chance to get the
Yeah,
all time leading single season home run chase by themselves. But when Sosa had that, I forgot what month it was, but when he hit 20 home runs in that month and became a
yeah,
two-man race, and then it was like no matter what game you were watching or where you or what event, it was always a cutaway to, oh, Sammy's up to bat,
yeah,
McGuire's up to bat. If you were at a game, they would cut in the stadium to those two. I mean, it was unbelievable. And the fact that Bud Selig is in the Hall of Fame because of the summer of '98,
yeah,
and they're like AD just said, MLB shitting on these guys right now. It's like, come on, bro. That's what gets me. It's one thing if Bud Selig was out on the outside looking in, but Bud Selig is being praised and he's a hero. Hey,
yeah,
so I jumped on to switch tracks. I jumped on the bandwagon, the movement that my boy Aaron Davis started. Aaron Davis, I'm giving credit to, the movement of the Mag Pros. Everyone's doing these Mag Pros. I'm a little sad because I'm just going to dip my toe in because I have so many one touches. It's wasteful. I didn't want to just be like start switching everything out. I'm like, oh, let me just dip my toe in and take some out. Use the one touches for like my basketball, my football, because I have a plan. These are pretty much going to be for my post-war Hall of Famers. But I'm regretting I only bought so little. My labels come in on Friday. But I'm super excited. My boy AD started the movement, the Mag Pro Zions. So I got those today. Super excited about that. And then, please tell me you're putting pig grading labels, bro. Tell me.
yeah.
Please tell me you put. Or you
I
gonna do
bought those. My LCS just have cases of them,
How much
and
you sell them for? They're selling like $3 a piece, 350. How's the LCS selling them? Because I haven't hit my LCS.
I think $3 or $4. Cause I bought
that's
four.
about right.
I think I bought 5 for 20.
Yeah, mine came out about $350 a piece, but I bought them on eBay.
And also from in the same part, this is to hold three. It holds three graded cards.
Damn, bro, I didn't know you were jumping on. So tell me, what's the plan with the label? Are you doing pig grading? Are you doing Pepino Man? What's the idea? What you doing, homie? I know you're a creative guy. You got the graffiti. You got a little,
yeah. I kind of
artwork.
I kind of bought these for a video idea that actually James Elite Hunters has in mind to do, and he wanted me to do with pig grading. But the thing is, I only have one slab that I use for pig grading that I opened up. It was a 1983 Mike Smith card, and I needed it for my set to complete my set. So I bought it in a slab, and I just pulled it apart, and it came apart clean. And so I took the card out. So that's the slab I use for all my pig grading cards.
Yep.
So it's one, and he wanted to make a video. I was like, well, I don't have like multiple ones. I only have one slab. You know what I mean? So when I saw those, I actually saw Dylan's video where he was showing them. I was like, oh, I never seen those. I didn't know they existed. Went to my LCS and they had just got them in. So bought those. And then I saw this one. They have a bunch of so many of those. That brand has so many different cool, magnets, mags. So that's pretty sweet.
Sorry, I'm just typing.
And man, yeah, when you were talking about the Sammy Sosa, I had just showed a Sammy Sosa card that I picked up. I guess I already put it away somewhere. But I was reading the back of it and I was talking about that month. It had like he hit this many home run games and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, dude was on fire.
I think it's still the record, 20 home runs or
yeah. Well, I mean, according to the card, I don't know how old that card was.
Yeah. But now Retro Fan is just cracking on us. He's like, this community is like sheep with those magnets. Hey, I like what I like. It was a good idea.
Yeah.
is a cheaper alternative. Like I just did my first SGC order, which is kind of cool. You know what? And it was a good deal. I mean, for grading, it was 15 bucks a card. But if I could do that for $3,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
cool with that. You know, I'm really cool with that. But here's the
What?
Tiffany.
I'll show you a slab one.
Yeah, look it up. Here's my Tiffany. Don Mattingly, what's up?
Tiffany, they made those cards for girls.
Aye. This is my boy Dylan. The only reason I got it graded is because Dylan wants to trade for it, and just to make it easier on both of us, I'm good with trading it. I don't want to sell it, but he really wanted the strawberry. Got my mantle, little 64. I know you can appreciate that.
See, so
I got
back in the
two.
days, that slab idea with putting your own label in it. Like I got this Scottie Pippen,
Oh,
and
Scotty,
but
what long
I
face?
the slab. Look at the slab. This.
Oh,
So you could change the label and then just slide it back on.
that's kind of dope.
Yeah, and I don't know why it never caught on. I was like, why don't they make mags that you could put your own label on them? And here we are, 20 years later, they come out like took so long. But yeah, this is the same basic idea. You could just change the label on this, so have like your own graded card.
I need live streams. Hold on, I gotta show this for my boy because my man's kneeling. Let me see if I can do this. For you, Donnie, Hall of Famer kneeling. Control yourself. That's all for you, bro. My latest pickup. What we got in here? Oh, thank you, Mike. Talking about the mantles. When
Like
did
the
you all
mantle.
sneak on Mookie? Mookie, if you want to get on live, you can get on, bro. I'll send you a link. Great Pippin. But
Well, I'll show. I had this out since I just made that video.
oh yeah, like I said, I like that last video. What was the thing? So your best pickup, we talked about that. What was the other one? Oh, your best deal, or what was it? Your
Well,
best investment or best?
well, I asked for some ideas of what I should make a video about. And they're like, why don't you make a video about either 5 cards that you bought for cheap that are now worth money, or tell 5 card stories, or talk about your 5 best pulls. So I said, I'll just do one of each. Basically, that's how that went down. So it was pretty quick. But yeah, like that Bryce Harper man. I was pretty excited when I got this one, and I opened it up at the card shop. So I think we were live on the card shop's live stream when I pulled that.
That's responding to Mookie.
Mookie
But,
Chilton?
nah, Mookie's like, I'm a little busy. I'm washing my hair. But no, I love the story. It's like the second or third time I heard it, but I love when you're chasing the crackhead who stole your cards. He had no idea. He had nothing good in there. That's why I love it. Either you know or you don't know. I mean, thousands of dollars worth of cards, no idea. He was just looking for
Yeah, that's what I trip out on. Like he just threw them in the trash. Like I said, dude, I was surprised. Like when I caught him, and I told him, get back in there and get my card and get my stuff out. And he jumped back in the dumpster and put everything in the backpack for me and gave it back.
Yeah, man. But it's funny because that happened. My homie did the same thing. Like he took homeboy's bike. When you say you just took his bike and started looking for him in the neighborhood, like Debo. Hilarious.
Yeah, that was a great time. Not only that, dude, but like my dude, I mean, not that I needed to, But like I scored so many points with my wife, she was so impressed. She's like, "Wow, you chased him down, you caught him," and telling her the story is like, "Ooh, that's my man." You know what I
Ooh,
mean? Like,
that's
I
my
was like,
superhero.
"Wow, you did that?" Yeah,
Who else is
yeah,
gonna do it? Who else is gonna do it? So I was at my local honey hole, and ever since they sold all their inventory, they still buying cards. They still got, but it's nothing like it used to be where I could just find fire after fire. But they're more baseball guys. So they had a lot of basketball in their back room, not on eBay because they still sell cards vintage on eBay. And bro, they had, and he gave me a good deal because he's a buddy of mine. He know I'm in there a lot. I spend money, but he knows like what happened and the situation. So he's like, bro, name your price. I was like, well, bro, I wasn't gonna spend more than, $40. It's like done. And he gave me this stack. Of course, I went through my whole, I sleeved everything up. I threw away the old top loaders. So all this for $40. Crazy deal. And he's like, I'm not even into basketball, I'm a baseball guy, so at least you're getting it, bro. Just to start off, got the nice little stadium club, a little $10-15 card, but it's such a dope card of Jordan.
yeah, it is.
And the 89 score or Fleer, I mean, 90 Fleer. And all these are cherry, man. They're nice. But I just want to show you. So these cards, I always wanted to get these cards, but people don't rip them now because they're inside the starting lineups, and the starting lineups in mint condition are like a few $100s. And this one
Are they?
has, yeah, man, because these are from '89. I mean, anything '80s Jordan is going to be a premium. Now there's a little whiting on the corner, but this is pretty clean. These are the ones that came inside the toy. That's
Yeah,
dope. But people be sleeping. If you see these cards, the Sports Illustrated for kids, people sleep
yeah.
on these cards all the time, man. And this is the '89 Sports Illustrated for kids. This is a nice little find. These two cards by themselves are pretty good finds. But bro, oh shoot, I got more Jordans. These
I
are
got
all
a Gretzky, but it doesn't have a card. That's what sucks. It has a poster. The starting lineup, Wayne Gretzky.
oh, that's dope though. You have it hanging? I got a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
I
stuff
just
like
knocked it down actually the other day trying to pull something out from the top, and I was like, "Oh man, what fell down?" It was
that.
this Wayne Gretzky.
At least it didn't get messed up. So I got a whole bunch of Jordans today. I got like 20 Jordans, but the one that I was happy to get, this is my second one. I already have one, but he hooked me up with the Topps Finest, 93, 94 Topps Finest.
Is it hulking?
Huh?
Is it turning green or is it still good color?
Oh, no, no, no. Is it hulking? No, no, no. It's beautiful, bro. I've been trying to find the refractor for years, hoping to find that in a flea market somewhere because I can't afford it when someone knows what they got. But they know what they got. Ooh, that sucker is expensive. But no, this is beautiful. So I was happy to find that. Of course, I found the Jordan. If you see any Jordan, like the regular one, I think is a blue one. It's only like $5. But
Yeah,
anything with the silver signature is a multiplier. And if you see the gold signature, pick it up because that's a 20x multiplier. So this is a nice little card. It's like a $20, $30 card. So it was fun digging through his value box. And then I just picked up a whole bunch of like jersey cards of like Spanish guys. Like Artemis Ramirez, Miguel Tejada. People will be sleeping on Miguel Tejada. He was so good, man.
yeah.
I found this
Um,
Nolan Arenado too. Little
yeah,
swatch.
his relics are cheap. I'll
Yeah, but this was from
just
20.
pull out that Jordan from my
Oh,
box real
bro,
quick.
you could have talked about that as one of your best finds. You got
Yeah,
that, you got that pre-COVID for like under $100.
yeah. I think it was
That,
40
wow,
bucks for this one.
that's even more of a steal, dude.
Yeah, I got that one with that Mike Trout 2010 TriStar. and I think the Trout was like 80 and the Jordan was like 60, and then he ended up giving me both of them for 100. So basically, it was like the Trout for 60 and the Jordan for 40.
TriStar.
Yeah,
I know the OBEC. What's the TriStar?
yeah, it's OPEC.
Oh, the OBEC, right? Okay.
Yeah, but it's
That was like a national giveaway, wasn't it?
yeah, but it is from TriStar OPEC.
Yeah, that cars got sneaky expensive because it was like, what was that, 2010 or 2011?
2010.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a
So
sneaky expensive car.
it's pre rookie.
Yeah, but I had fun, man. I wasn't planning. Like, I wanted some baseball cards, but hey, when you're in the value boxes, you just gotta go where it takes you. And today was
Yeah,
Jordan.
dude, I get lost. I bought I went through a bunch of unopened packs, dollar box, you know, just picked up like trolls, hockey,
Open, bro.
the Flintstones,
Hey, do
X
you,
Files,
yo, you
and
remember when?
slammers.
Yeah,
Those games of slammers, the coins, bam, that you slam.
yeah, the Pogs, bro. Do you remember when you had the Star Trek and we're like, yo, who's the guy to get? And we're like, Spock. And you
Yeah,
get it. Hey, if you open up one of the Flintstones, who's the guy to get? Is it Fred or is it Barney?
I think it's got to be Fred.
It's got to be Fred, right? Not
Yeah,
it's not Dino. Was it Dino? What was the name of his
yeah, the
dog?
dinosaur, the pet,
Yeah, Dino,
Dino.
right? Yeah,
Then
Dino.
you got Bam Bam and
Oh, you know who's the Chase? The Martian. What was the
yeah,
Martian's name? Wazoo or Kazoo? I think it was.
Kazoo. Yeah, Gazoo.
He's got to be the Chase, bro. He's like the
I
Kevin
wonder if he's
Hart.
even in it though.
I
I,
don't know, bro. Kazoo's got to be
I
Flintstone.
don't remember if he was in the movie though, because it's from the movie, not the cartoon.
Oh man, yeah. Kazoo won't be in that sucker, man. Kazoo would have been the SSP of today.
Yeah,
I get that Kazoo, bro. These young cats. Dom is like, Dom is like, who the hell is Kazoo?
this guy, little alien with the helmet on.
The big ass head, looking like a walking bobblehead, bro. Kazoo's just walking around. See, that's why I like talking to cats my age. I could tell, hey, Fitzy, what's up, homie? I could talk. I could actually speak.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I watched the video today. What's that guy's name? That newer guy. I think he's Puerto Rican, but he made that
Oh,
video about 80s.
godlike
Yeah,
collectible.
Godlike Collectibles. He made that video about all the 80s and 90s. I love that. When you recognize everybody, you know all the stories he's talking about. It's-
Look at Bam Bam. Bam Bam is the hot prospect. He's got a lot of. He's a power hitting prospect. Dom is like he's a young rookie of the pack. Yeah, Kazoo did look like Altuve.
El Gigante, Altuve.
But what does it say? Oh, so we might as well talk. Do a little spotlight on May 17th for your 80s. I don't even remember what we're going to be talking about for the 80s, bro. Is it all 80s or did we stop at a certain
Yeah,
year?
it'll be 80 through 89. We'll be discussing every car and what we think about each design every year.
Is that including Fleer and
Nah, I think we'll just do tops because that's. I wouldn't mind. I have them all. I have every second from the 80s complete. All the tops, Donners,
you have
Fleer,
me and John.
Score, Upper Deck. I could go on forever.
Upper Deck is until 89 though, but that was
Yeah, but still got all the 80s Upper Deck.
the game
Even
changer,
it's only one, and then Score what 88 started.
bro. The 80s is just it was pure chaos. You think about the 80s, everything was hunky dory. There was a little Fleer action in the 60s and earlier. You had Bowman for a second, and then Tops dominated. Yo, in 81, it was all out war, dude. There was 7-Eleven cards. There was
Oh
what else
yeah,
was
dude.
there? Yeah, 7-Eleven was the bomb, man.
Well,
Slurpee,
everything. Everybody was
Wars.
making cards. Nestle, Purina Dog Chow, you know, everybody was making the cards, man. You had Drake's Cakes. There were so many, dude.
Dude, I used to love going to 7-Eleven, get the crazy straws, and then possibly get like a, you know, a 7-Eleven card or, you know, lid or something. It was awesome.
7-Eleven was my spot, man. 7-Eleven was my spot. I mean, they had video games.
Yeah.
They had a magazine rack. So
Slurp.
go in there, look at all the price guides. They
Yeah.
had cards. They had everything, man. What else could you ask for?
Cards at the front of the register. So on your way out, get a couple packs. Slurpee, I mean, Slurpee, 7-Eleven was the jam, bro. That was like, you're right. I did hang out, ride my bike over there.
Yeah, see that's just something that people today will probably never experience a place like that. You know, it's yeah, you might see a 7-Eleven now and it looks boring, but back then it's like, dude, they had video games. You know, they had magazines. They had, you know, the Slurpees. Just keep refilling your cup. You know,
Yo, Hammer 44, one of my favorite channels. He is so right. Kmart cars. How did I forget Kmart cars? That's like my jam. My mom used
right?
to work at Kmart, so I was always at the Kmart. Blue lights,
Well, KB, you can't forget about KB either.
KB, Toys R Us. Yeah, man. 80s was
Like
that,
right here, they
bro. We
got
can talk about
the,
80s. Oh, I don't
the
have
Toys R
that.
Us cards,
I don't have the Toys R Us sealed.
KB,
Bro.
Kmart. You
Yeah,
know,
I have several of those, but show me the KB. I haven't seen that in 3 decades, bro. That was just nostalgia for me. You know, like in Ratatouille, they smell the food, and all of a sudden you go back to your childhood. I haven't seen a KB sealed like that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
KB was awesome. I mean, they sold. That was one of the places where you could find all the brands of cards. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I go to a liquor store, they would only have Tops. Go to a gas station, they might only have
You go
Fleer.
to a liquor store at 12. Hey, where the baseball cards at? Get out of here, kid.
Yeah, that I mean, man, I mean, 80s doesn't seem that long ago. I mean, but I mean, I remember my dad would send me to the bowling alley like 2 blocks away to buy cigarettes from the machine. You know what I mean? They had the machine where you put your money in, you pull it out, and the pack of cigarettes will come out. You know, it's like nobody ever told me, hey, you can't buy those. Just go over there, buy them, and walk back home and give them to my dad.
Look at Mike. We always bought our cards at the liquor store. At the liquor store. Gotta go to the liquor store. Speaking of
Yeah,
'80s,
that was my first job. Was at a liquor store. The liquor store where I used to go buy a lot of cards at. He offered me my first job. I mean, that was awesome.
bro, cards at the liquor store. That's how you knew they were everywhere. They were at Ace Hardware, bro.
Yeah.
Ace Hardware stores. You can still find a couple like wax packs with the Ace Hardware. It's like what the?
Well, one thing I remember is the thrift. We had thriftwood dairies over here, like drive-through dairies,
Mhm.
and it was right by my high school and junior high. So I would go by there every day, and you know they always had the cards right there next to the candy. The baseball cards were always with the candy racks. And I remember like one time, you know, this was 87 or 88, and you know, when the box was empty. I was like, hey, you guys don't got any more cards? They're like, oh, we have to wait till we get some more. We'll just bring out the old ones. And in the back, they had like boxes of 86, 85, and 84, like leftovers. You know what I mean?
Wow, I
So,
never.
and then they put those back in until they would get the new 88s or whatever, and then put them in the back. But they were always still 50 cents. You know what I mean? Not like now where they're going to charge you an arm and a leg.
Bro, Aaron Davis just said Woolworth. Remember Woolworth,
Yeah.
bro? Oh man, that's good times. Billy Sykes. I remember when 88 Fleer came out, I was addicted at 12. Yeah, man. Mark from Kentucky. We got some Hall of Famers up in here. I used to buy
Yeah,
rack
Fleer,
packs
Fleer,
at
Fleer
KB.
was fire. Fleer was pulling out fire designs in
Fleer,
88, 89,
Fleer was
87, the blue. Oh,
yeah, yeah, dude. Fleer was where it was at. Tops was born at that time. I was like, if you had to pick between 87 Tops and 87 Fleer, which one were you gonna go to?
oh, you go. Fleer is way better looking.
All day, bro. All day. All. You know
I
what?
mean, that's why I understand how it actually like today, you don't, everybody talks about 87 tops because it's a classic look, the wood grain. But it's like at the time, it's like, come on, look at the Fleer.
Yeah.
That thing is gorgeous, dude.
87's been done. It's called 62. Come on, man. Pick your game up. Oh, 55 Tops Clemente for sale. Ooh. cool. I mean, I got one, but you know, I'm not one to upgrade, but hey, if the price is right, 87 Fleer, easy, gorgeous blue border. It was. So I'm still picking, for some reason I didn't have a lot of tops traded, and I needed this rookie card. So I saw it super clean on eBay, one of my searches. I was like, and this is Dylan approved. Look at the centering on this sucker. Shoot, it was $3 all in, shipping, tax, everything. I was like, I'll take it. This is go-to rookie card. I have the whole. I think I got the '88 Donruss with the mustache. He's
Yeah,
just
and
just
when
like
I think about it, like cards like Score, I don't remember them having a lot of off-centered cards or anything like that. It
no
seemed like
score.
Topps was always off-centered.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You don't really think about score because I got the quick Bijou. The quick Bijou to go to in the trade as well, and they were pretty spot on. But yeah, score was actually pretty good, but they made so much of it. But I didn't have. I have. I thought I had this card already, but I did not have a lot of traded for some
The,
reason.
the, the only thing I didn't like about Score was the weird, like, I don't know, plastic paper wrapper that it came in. You know what I mean? I was
Hey,
just so used to the wax, and then that came out and it was like weird,
yeah,
and then,
football was like that too. I did not. I guess they were trying to be different. Maybe it was just cheaper for them.
yeah, but then here comes Upper Deck with their aluminum foil.
Yeah, Biggio, Glavin. I got both of those. So the only like cheap rookie I got, the only cheap rookie I need from like the '80s. I can't remember. I'm a Excel spreadsheet guy now. Like it's funny. I was just telling Jason Fisher bike. He was like, "You don't have the 90 Leaf Frank Thomas." I'm like, "I had it." And in sixth grade, I took it to school to show all my friends. We trade cards at lunch and stuff like that. And it was stolen from me. And I still have PTSD. I haven't bought one since, bro.
No,
No, I don't have a 90 Leaf Frank Thomas. And to this day, like I'll see it, and it's like a $20 bill now, even in a PSA 9, and I still haven't bought it.
or then you got the Leaf.
Nah, bro, that mud trucker. So I know who stole it too, because I went to the teacher, and I forgot her name, but I was like, "Ma'am, I know I'm not supposed to bring my baseball cards, but I brought my baseball cards to school, and we were trading, and I didn't trade my Frank Thomas, and I put it back in my backpack, and I only showed two people my baseball card collection today. Can we check their bags to see if they stole it?" And she's like, you know what she told me? She's like, "Louis, I hope you learned your lesson. And the lesson that you learned was don't bring your baseball cards to school." I'm like, "Okay, I got the lesson. I get it. I won't bring it again. Can we check Mikey's
Yeah,
bag, please? Mikey has my damn Frank Thomas." She's like, "No." I'm like, "How am
Frank
I getting
Thomas.
in trouble? This cat just stole. This is like a dang felony." Oh, I was so mad.
I'm 100% sure it's in that bag.
Ah, bro. I
Frank
was like, I
Thomas
only
is
showed
pretty
two
underrated
people.
too. I mean, you could get his stuff cheap. But I remember I found these, I don't know what you want to call them, slabs
Oh yeah,
holders, but
bro.
they had that.
Those were in the flea markets all day, bro. I used to get those in the flea market all day. The Troy Aikman, Frank Thomas, Kirby Puckett, like all the big stars. Emmett Smith was a big one. Troy Aikman. Who else? I had a couple of those. I had a couple Clementes. But who's a sneaky card in the '90s that I don't have that I need is the Fleer Update Piazza, the '92 Fleer Update. I think that's
Mhm.
my next junk wax rookie card that I have to have. Now, now that I got the holy grail for the '80s for me, besides the Griffey, I got the Kirby. '92 Fleer Update Mike Piazza is next on my hit list because it's not crazy expensive. You can find it for like 60, $70. But yeah, it's nice having him because now I have I used to just bring my my notepad with all my cards that I needed, but it's nice having it on my phone now. I know you know about lists, but it's just nice having it on the phone now, color coded. organized, in order. I can
Oh, don't
read
get me
it.
wrong. I went high tech. I got mine's on my phone now too. It's called a picture on my
Yeah.
checklist.
Ooh, what's my boy Dom? Dom's always got something good to say. That Piazza is sneaky pricey for a 90s car. It is. Like I think a 8 is in the $60 $70 range, and a 9 is 80 to 100 depending. But yeah, it gets up there, man.
I do have this Mike Piazza. It's like
Classic.
one of those CD-ROMs or whatever things.
Yo, I
It's
got something like that for I think a Edgerrin James. I got a Derek Jeter, whereas the actual disc that you put in your CD-ROM for the computer. I never did it because I was afraid it would scratch.
Yeah,
I think it was like a 5 minute interview or like highlights of that player.
yeah. I don't know exactly how this works because it's actual card shaped. Then it has all this stuff in the back to put it on your computer, and it's like different cards or whatever. So
That's pretty
I
dope.
don't know
I
how it
never
works,
knew
but
that.
it's pretty cool. But yeah, us in LA, we're not exactly the biggest Mike Piazza fans like people think.
Nah, Piazza to this day, like I'm looking for an auto of his, and everything's mess. He like I guess because he's sensitive and he's in his feelings. He thought the Dodgers did him dirty. I don't remember if they did do him dirty, but I mean, come on, man. When you think of Mike Piazza, I think of him as a Dodger. A lot of people, but I mean, he's one of those where it's 50-50 because he was a Met for a long time.
Yeah,
I think he was a Marlin too, wasn't he? I think he was a Marlin.
yeah, yeah. A lot of the players back in the day had a couple teams at the end.
My boy Mookie, he's like, "Yo, Lou, you need to look up the statute of limitations on cardboard crime. You got to find that card." I'd rather just buy it for like $20 somewhere. I'll buy it raw for 20.
Yeah, maybe you can find that guy on Facebook.
Shoot, man, it was Lewis Middle School up in the Panhandle of Florida. I was in sixth grade, so this had to be how old are you in sixth grade? 12. So this was like 93. I was born in 81, so like 93 ish. That mother trucker got my Frank Thomas, man. Probably still has it today. I bet you he's a YouTuber. He's probably a YouTuber, probably watching this right now. He's like
One-
that was the cream of the crop. That was the jewel of his collection.
right? But
No,
don't tell nobody how he got it.
oh my gosh, I was bro. Even thinking about it, I get so mad because I was little. I wasn't a fighter, man, back in the day. I'm more confrontational now. but I was a good kid in school. My middle school, the VP had a paddle and a ruler. So my school still had corporal punishment. So if you got in a fight, and my father was in the military, so if you got a fight, you got the heat, you got some heat, and then they will say, "So where's your father work at?" I'm like, "Oh, Major Vargas works at in intelligence, CENTCOM." Then they'll call him, say, "Hey, Major Vargas, your son is being disobedient," after getting your ass whooped. And then I'm going home and get my ass whooped. I'm like, come on, bro. Ain't no Frank Thomas ain't worth two ass beatings. That
Yeah, that's what it's hard probably for the new generation to understand. Like, yeah, because I mean that happened to me. I got to a fight in school, and then go home and just get another beating from my dad.
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I still remember one of my worst. My mom's small, but she used to. I remember one beating. I don't know. I didn't want to go to sleep for whatever reason. Me and my brother are just messing around. We're fighting with the pillows, jumping off the bunk beds. And my mom had it. It was one of those days for her, I guess. And she whooped my ass. And I was like, she got me good. I mean, she's little. Usually didn't really mess with me. I think she had the chancla. She had the chancla. And I remember I said we just had some at school where they said if you're having issues at the home, you could call 911 and report. I was like, I was crying. And I told my mom, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call 911 and tell the police you're abusing me. And my mom was like, oh really? Little Dominican. Oh really? Okay. If the police are coming, I'm gonna give them something to arrest me then. I was like, this backfired, and bro, she came at me for round two, bro. She wore me out. And then as I'm doing the ugly cry in bed, I'm wrapped up in the blanket. She's like, "Oh, and wait till I tell your father about this, bro." I'm like, "Ma, you just whooped my ass, and now you're gonna tell pops?" I'm like, "No, dude, that was a long night because I couldn't go to sleep after that. My father was working a late shift, so after I got whooped twice by my mama, I'm wrapped up. I'm staying in bed for the next 2 hours, anticipating this ass whooping. Just the door opening. So I could not sleep. I was like sleeping with one eye open. I'm like, oh my god, dad's gonna come in here and wear me out. Didn't happen. I'm sure he was tired. He just went to sleep. He's like, I'm sure he's just talking to mom. Like, you took care of it? Yeah, I took care of it. You talked to
I
me
remember like
tomorrow.
my dad would like whoop our asses. Me and my, I have a brother 1 year younger, so we were always getting into it. And if we would fight, he go in there, kick both our asses, go back, go watch football game or baseball, whatever he's watching in the living room. Come back 10 minutes later, and if we're not still crying, it wasn't enough, huh? Give us another beating. So we made sure every time after that, like every time he come back in, we had a fake cry again. Ooh, ooh, okay, make sure we're still crying, or else we get a continuation. Give you something to cry about.
Yeah, my boy, Hammer 44, one of my favorite channels. Like I said, he knows about Lewis R. Middle School. That's in Niceville. My pops was he worked out of Herbert Field, but we lived in Eglin Air Force Base. Yeah, my pops was Air Force back in the day. So that's funny. I haven't heard Niceville in a long time. Panhandle, Florida. They call that little area Southern Alabama because we were so close to Alabama. Wait till your father gets home. He used to. Yeah, he used the belt. You know what was worse? You know what was even more demeaning than getting beat by the belt? So my father, humble beginnings. My father was military, but 4 kids. We always went to the Goodwill and thrift shops and everything like that. So my father had this nice leather belt, but it had another guy's name on it. It had like Tom or something. He bought it used. It was a leather belt. You really didn't know it was someone else's name because my father just wore the belt. Sometimes he had his shirt untucked, whatever. And when he beat you with that belt, you have some dude's name on your leg, bro. I was like, what is this, bro? I'm like,
Yeah,
you can't even use your own belt.
you see, you gotta get smart and like put baseball cards in your back pocket.
I've tried that, man. Wrap myself in a blanket, just waiting for the beating. I
Well,
made a mistake one time.
what I remember, this is what my dad used to do right before we are gonna get a beating every time with the belt. He'd walk in there and he'd do this with his belt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pop it.
you ready? He'd do that every time, man.
Do I look like I'm ready? Hell no, I ain't ready.
There's no such thing as being ready for this.
Hardball crazy. I have one now. Hardball crazy. I once owned 3 complete sets and so Don was saying earlier. Let me see if I can find it. I know Dom said he just needs 3 like later cards. He needed the 93 SP Jeter, the Kirby. So those are 2 big ones, and then the 93 Tops traded Todd Helton, which isn't too bad because I was looking at those. I'm still waiting for it to die down because he just got into the Hall of Fame, but you could get a PSA 9 for $25. Oh yeah. But yeah, so Dom needs 2 big boys. The Tops traded Todd Helton ain't too bad. But Hardball Crazy saying he used to have 3 complete sets of 93 SP.
Wow.
Hot Wheels tracks. Oh yeah, man, Hammer 44 is bringing back some. He always brings back the nostalgia. Hot Wheel tracks. Yeah, I got beat with Hot Wheel tracks too, bro. Like my mom was like
You got a
Jason
Hot Wheel.
Bourne. Yo, my mom was like, hey, listen, bro. Mom was like Jason Bourne. Anything around you, or like John Wick. You know how you hear the story of
Yeah.
John Boy? Oh, he killed a guy with a pencil. Yo, my mom would grab a damn spatula, Hot Wheels track, a chancleta, bro. I was like, golly, mom was John. Now that I think about it, she was John born before John born, bro. Let me see. My mom would whoop. This is Mike Petty. My mom would whoop me with the Hot Wheels track. Yeah, I got beat with a slinky. My mom didn't play. Billy Sykes, a slinky. I never got beat with a slinky. A slinky will hurt. You think it's maybe a metal one? The plastic one, maybe not. Maybe the metal one. Can you imagine your
Yeah.
mom coming to the room like,
Anything will hurt if you get hit hard enough. My
"Bro,
mom really didn't whoop us that much. She left that up to my dad all the time. But
mhm,
I think what it was, I remember when we were very little, me and my brother, and she hit us with the belt, and she got my brother right in the balls, dude.
oh,
And dude, my brother was on the floor for like an hour, and she was just so sorry. I'm sorry, Miko. I'm sorry, Miko. And I think that was like the last time she actually like really beat us.
yeah." My mom didn't beat me a lot, but that's why I remember it because what she did is because I really pissed her off. My pop was just, my dad did reach a point. I think I was 15. My father, he got me pretty good, and you know, he saw I was hurt. And I remember the next day he had to talk with me. He's like, "You're becoming a man now. And you're growing up, and I do apologize for whooping you. You deserved it. Don't get me wrong, you deserved it, but I don't want you." He said something to the effect of, "I don't want you growing up and telling people I abused you." And that was like really the last time. It was always like time out, go to your room. And I remember hitting high school. I had the boom box. Back in the day, we had the boom boxes and the CD players and this and the other. And I said, my dumb ass, I'm like, fine, I don't give a shit. I'll go to my room. I got TV, I got the boom box. I go to my room and I'm chilling, 10 minutes in there. And my father, I just hear him in the garage, stumbling around the garage. Man, that sucker hit the damn circuit breaker. Boom. I was sitting in the dark, bro. I was like, oh, there I go, talking that shit. Because I know he wasn't going to beat me no more. Not that I was getting bigger, but he's just, it's just that mindset. He was like, I don't want, you know, beating you ain't going to do you. You already, I was a decent kid. I was a good kid, good in school. But I was like, I'm going to go to my room. I don't care. I was going to play some Public Enemy or something, in Defiance, some Beastie Boys. Had my boombox on. All of a sudden, so that was the punishment every time. Go to your room, and he would just cut off the damn circuit breaker. I'm like,
Yeah, my
genius.
my dad still to this day says she's like, you're never too big for me to beat you. My dad still tells me that shit. He's like, you're never gonna be old enough to the point where I won't kick your ass. I was like, well, pops, this is unfair because I can't fight back. You know what I mean? Basically.
Let me see. There's some man. We still got 20 people in the chat. Billy Sykes. Oh, I still like that Slinky comment. Can you imagine your mom? I was gonna say
Yeah,
coming.
that's almost hard to imagine. That would look funny,
You were talking about snapping the belt, but can you imagine your parents coming in there with
right? Oh, you ready? Are you ready?
hey, you go get the ass whooping, homie. My boy Darren. I'm calling, I like giving people nicknames. Eric's the man with not Eric. Eric's just a nice dude, but like my boy Hitman, the man of 1,000 PCs. I've been calling Darren the most humble guy in YouTube. Bro, that cat will show like I don't know, a damn Nolan Ryan in a 9. It's like, oh, here's my Nolan Ryan. It's cool. It's nice. Decent corners. It's a
Yeah,
damn
it's a
9
9.
Nolan Ryan, and he'll show like a 49 Jackie in a 5. Great color. Pretty cool. And I'm over here showing Roberto Alomar.
I'm over here showing bootleg Griffey cards.
Yo, bro. That's tight, man. They give that away in the stadium.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
Over
it's
here showing
definitely one of those garage cards.
those Fugazi Griffies, bro. Yo, I
But
got Griffey over here. It's like those cats selling. I got grippies over here. I got grippies over here. What do you want? What you want?
But I will show you like I think I'm like at 2,930 something subs. So the other day I did buy cards, or I'm getting ready for whenever I reach the 3,000 subs. I'll
Oh, bro,
probably be giving away. I'll probably be giving away this George Brett. Thought it was pretty cheap.
hey, let me trade you, bro. I need that George.
You
Let-
need it?
yeah, I'll trade you something. I got beat up George if you want. If you want to give that away, it's got. I would say it's a three.
You're
But
telling everybody, hey, give the cheap one away.
yeah,
Give me the good one.
I need a better one, bro. But I'll trade you straight up for real. Like I don't know. I got fire, bro. But I need a George Brett. Before you tell it, there's only 24 people in the chat. Not YouTube doesn't have to know. No one watches my channel.
Yeah. I mean, you can still find cards for cheap. Like this one was
Oh,
22
that's
bucks. I
dope.
was like, damn, that's a good deal. I'll
Yeah,
take that all day, every day.
where do you go for that? Frankenstein's?
Yeah.
That's bro. That's a great deal for that, Ricky. But yeah, man, I need that George Brett, bro. Holla at your boy. I'll trade
All
that.
right. Yeah. We'll
Come on,
discuss it
bro.
later.
Yeah. I got plenty of Topps Tiffany. People seem to love those, man. I'll trade you something for that. Because I just need one. Mine's kind of I'm not one to upgrade a lot, but I'm sure if the opportunity presents itself, I had cash in my pocket, I will eventually have gotten a nicer George Brett. But it's one of those things. I was like, I got such a good deal on the Brett. I just went to the next. We're collectors, bro. I don't need 20 of one thing. As long as I have one, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. That's the same thing with me. And I mean, I have the complete set. So I had this card in my set already. Same thing with me. I don't have to have two. I don't mind, but I don't have to.
Yeah, that's gonna look great in one of these, bro. Retro probably rolling like this mother trucker has Mac Pros. Let me read this chat. I don't want to ignore people. Mike Petty still in the chat. My dad used to make me wait in my room to think about it while they're off. I hated that. Thinking
Yeah.
about what I was thinking about was that ass beating that's about to come. I'm like, ooh, man, how am I'm preparing. Sometimes I'm putting like a sweatshirt on. Like I've been in Florida for a long time. I'm sweating. I made the mistake one time with my grandmother. Let's take it back to the old school. And she sent me to go get a switch. And I went to get a switch and with some weak ass branch. I got it. If you're gonna let me pick. So I picked the switch. I mean, that thing was ridiculous. It was a little twig. I came back. She looked at me. She's from the old country. She's Dominican from the Campo, bro. And then she went to my father and like, do you believe this? Like they're talking shit about the switch I brought. She's like, look what your son brought me. And he's like, go get a switch while I'm picking it out. I'm like, oh my God. So here I am. That's like, what kind? That was almost a punishment in itself. Like the psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Okay, that one looks too dangerous, but I can't get one that's too weak. So I'm like debating which switch is good, but not too good, bro. And then I hear my father. He pokes his head out the door. He's like, "Hurry up!" Like he's yelling for me to hurry up to pick a switch so he can. So they both can whoop my ass. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah. Every when I was little, every summer I would go to live with stay the summer with my grandma because both my parents worked, and so sometimes in the summer I go there for months. It's basically free babysitting for them, and go live with my grandma in the summer. And she lived with my uncles, and they owned a tire shop, so they would retread tires. So I don't know if you're familiar with this, but when a tire starts to get bald, but you can still see the tread on there, they have this little machine that has like a little square that that's that melts the rubber, and they retread it. That's how they retread it. And so when they're done retreading, the whole side of the tire is like a little
like
a little whip, the whole a rubber whip. And that's what my grandma used to whoop her ass, like, because that's what was around there, all over the backyard and front yard. There were all these rubber treads, and those things hurt, dude, because they're so thin and strong, and
Yeah.
they whip so fast.
Well, it was like an actual whip because if you look at like an Indiana Jones type of whip, it's like very thin, but it's like the tip, that
Yeah,
little flick.
the snap. Bam!
Yeah, like the towels in the gym, like when you're in gym class.
Yeah, with the towel.
Oh, I hated that. All right, let's see. Mom also made me go pick out a switch. If it didn't meet her standards, the whooping would be worse. Very true. They didn't make plastic in '83, Lou. There was steel. Mouthful of ivory soap. Oh, that's an old school one. No, I never did the soap thing. Cussing.
I'm assuming that Slinky was out of commission after you got to whoop it with with the Slinky. I don't think it worked anymore after that.
Yeah, that thing was all raggedy
Yeah,
and bent. Because that
stretched
slinky had to
out.
be perfect. That slinky had to be perfect. I learned to enjoy the soap as if I couldn't tell. Yep.
And I
Anyone?
just got to say that Slinky never went down the stairs like it did in the commercials.
No, never, bro. I hate it to this day. Hot sauce. No, no hot sauce for me. I had Cheech and Chong on. My mom talked to me trying to tell me how to live. Who throws a shoe? Shoot, my mom and her damn sandals. You know, we call them chanclas. Yo, chancletas, man. My father, so we'd be in church, and he didn't want to make a scene because there's other people. But his biggest thing was like, do not embarrass me. You have my name. Do not embarrass the Vargas name. Don't embarrass me. And, me and my brother are kids. We're in church, and sometimes Spanish church is like 3 hours long, and Sunday, and it's like, God, seriously? 2 hours in church? It's hot. So we're just talking. My father's like, shut up. You're quiet for 30 seconds. You start talking again, and you punching your brother. My father used to twist my ear. He won't beat me because there's witnesses now. There's a lot of witnesses in the congregation, but I don't feel nothing in my ear ever, bro. Like I remember, like when I was a kid, the cartilage. I could hear it popping. I'm like, oh, bro. I don't.
Damn.
I don't hear nothing. I mean, the hearing is due to the army and my current job. That's why I don't hear no more. But like, I don't feel anything. My father was just twist, and wherever he twisted is where I was going. So like, when we're walking down wherever, he just guided me by my ear, and then he whooped me when the witnesses were gone. I'm like, oh, that
When
was
the
not
witnesses were
that
gone.
was not
Yeah.
worth it.
We one thing I do remember quite a bit is we go to Mexico from LA, and it was a 4 hour drive, 4 or 5 hour drive, and me and my brother would be in the back of the car, and my dad would be like, "Yeah, you better stop, and I'm gonna pull over." Oh, it was pulled over every single time. You know what I mean? You're kids, man. You can't help yourself. You
Can't
know what I
help.
mean? You don't even know the reward versus the risk. You know what I mean? You always pick the risk.
Yeah.
And yeah, my dad all of the time pulled over, take us outside, whoop us, get back in the car. Normally we'd cry ourselves to sleep and make the rest of the trip, better.
I did the same thing with my Maserati, Lou. I don't take it out during the day. What were we talking about? See, that's how I know I'm drunk. What were we talking about? The Maserati. I don't
Take it
remember.
out during the day.
Yeah, what were we talking about, bro? This bourbon's good. I don't remember the conversation 5 minutes ago. What's that I'm talking about?
Hey, it might be somebody else's comment is responding to.
Oh, maybe.
Oh no, he says Lou.
Well, he said Lou. Oh no. Sorry, Dom. I can't. I didn't get the joke. Oh, my boy Sean Tiefer is in the building.
The chosen roster.
So, hey, bro. I mean, I know last year you were working. You going to Cleveland?
I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try this year for sure. See how that goes.
Shit, I've
Should be
known
pretty
you.
good to go.
It's like I've known you for 3 years at least, maybe 4 years. It's like, God, we gotta meet up, bro. I gotta buy you a 40. Yeah, I'll take you to the liquor store. I won't buy a beer for you at the National because it's $20. Go to the liquor store. I'll buy you a 40. I'll drink a 40 with you. Let me see. Man, yep, Spanish church is no joke. God like, oh, speaking of God like collectibles, what's up, homie? I asked him if he wants to join the live stream in the future with me. I think it'd be good. Because I mean he
Hey,
collects
hey, do,
lots
do
of 80
you
stuff.
do you talk fluent Spanish?
Yeah, what? With me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I wonder if I should if I can make a video just talking pure Spanish.
Yeah,
Everybody would
my
watch
wife
it.
was asking me. I don't know if anyone will watch though.
Exactly, right? I was gonna be like, what the hell? They're gonna be trying to change the SAP.
Yeah,
What's
and I
going
thought
on
about
here?
doing a live stream with like Orlando and James and you. I don't know. I just figured, this is my niche right here. I
Well,
mean,
see,
don't get me wrong.
I just kind of thought about it. I was like, I don't know if I could do a video in Spanish and just be cussing like a sailor in Spanish, but nobody knows I'm cussing, maybe. But I don't know. I think everybody knows the Spanish cuss
I mean,
words.
because I watched like Glaber Torres. I watch his YouTube. He's my guy, and 80% of his channel is in Spanish. And then when he's at the Yankee complex and with other Yankees, he talks English. And I don't know if it's like something different. Like you gotta do something when you upload if you wanted to go to the Spanish market. I don't know, but I just figured like I start talking Spanish, no one's going to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one of the few times in my life right now where I talk Spanish is every once in a while when at Dodge Stadium, like Manny Ramirez and Jose Juan Uribe, they would always talk to us in Spanish. That's probably why the only reason they talk to us because we could communicate with them.
but yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. English. I mean, I was born in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I lived in D.C. I lived in Maryland. Like, I grew up in English speaking schools, and then when my mom came from DR, English was the first language because she was trying to learn English. She didn't know a lick of English, so she was watching like Sesame Street for the basics, like for the alphabet and the numbers and all that stuff. And then she was watching General Hospital. That was her jam. And that's how she learned English. Here in the States, she speaks great English now. Perfect, like you wouldn't even know. But like, so I feel more comfortable, honestly, in English. But I mean, at work, I translate all the time. I speak
Mm.
Spanish in the neighborhoods. They got me in the Spanish neighborhood. I'm in Tampa, so it's all Cubans and
It's
Puerto
a
Rican.
little different, right? Like the Cuban, like it's a little bit different.
I mean, we all speak fast because Dominicans talk hella fast. Cubans
Yeah.
speak hella fast. Mexicans are super slow and chill, like real sleepy. So, but what's funny is the dialects are, you can just tell like prim and proper is like Spain and Colombia,
Yeah.
Venezuela is real proper. Cubans, you could tell it's just the Caribbean's just fast. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans are just fast all the time. Like my wife, when my mom came over last week, after everything that was going on, she came over. She stayed with me because I didn't want her at the house by herself. And she's like, my wife. I've been with my wife 24 years, so she knows a lot of it. She's not Spanish. She's a nice little country girl from Florida, but she knows a lot of Spanish. But she's like, man, your mom talks so fast. I'm like, man, wait till she's angry. She's just talking. So, but she picks up like a lot of it. But yeah, it's cool, and I could tell like when I speak to someone, I could guess pretty. I don't want to say I could nail it every time, but I could get close. Like I mean, Cubans I pretty much know because I'm around Cubans all the time. And
Coño.
Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans are the worst though because Puerto Ricans are just Spanglish. When they start saying something and they'll speak half English, like you're Puerto Rican, bro. Puerto Ricans speak Spanglish all day, dude.
Yeah,
I
like
still
what?
remember my grandmother. Not to cut you off. My grandmother does not know English. She's 81 years old. She lived in Brooklyn for 45 years. Lived in New York. I remember when I was in high school. Like I said, English is my first language. So every time I didn't know something, I will ask her, and I was like, "Mira, mamá, so como le dice strawberry?" And I'm showing because I didn't know how to say strawberry. I think I was in high school. Like, oh, mama, ¿cómo dice eso? ¿Cómo dice this? I remember specifically, I was like, ¿cómo dice strawberry? I picked up the strawberry, and she looks at me, and she's like, ¿cómo no sabe esa palabra? I don't know. ¿Cómo le dice? Strawberry. I'm like, what do you mean strawberry? And I promise you, she does not know a lick of English, bro. I mean, she lived in New York. She didn't have to. It's like being in
Yeah,
Miami. You don't need to know English. And I had to go to school and look it up. I was before Google because I know
fresa,
it's not strawberry, bro.
zero fresa.
Yeah, it's bananas. It's like all cereals is cornflake. I'm like, I pick
Yeah.
up some Lucky Charms. Now it's a cornflake. I'm like, it's Lucky Charms, Grandma. All diapers, Pampers. I'm like, oh my god, bro. But
Yeah, I when you know, 'cause I was born in Mexico and I came to the United States like at 4 years old, and I picked up English right away because all the kids, we lived in some apartments. We played baseball all the time, Hot Wheels outside. Learned English just from everybody there. But when I went to school, my mom didn't speak English, so I guess they assumed I didn't, and they put me in kindergarten in Spanish. First grade, I was in Spanish. Second grade, I was in Spanish. It was like towards the end of second grade when some teacher heard me talking English, and she's all like, "Yo, you talk English?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can read too. I can read English." Because at that time, my aunts, my mom and my aunts, they all came to the United States and they didn't speak any English,
mhm,
but they were all practicing and studying to become citizens. So
yeah,
I would help them out, like talking English. So I learned how to read. I could read books, and not only that, like every time I went back to Mexico every summer, all the I would watch like all the English movies, but they were in Spanish over there, and they would have they were in English, but they have the Spanish captions.
yeah.
So I learned to read English and Spanish, and that's how I learned, from watching. Um, but yeah, it wasn't until the third grade where they put me into an English class.
Yeah, I took speech class for a long time because I had my New York accent, then I had the Spanish accent on top of that. So I went to speech class for a long time to get this. I don't know. Some people say I have. If I'm around my family a long time, my accent comes out. If I'm around people from up north, my accent comes out. But like, I have to like think about it because they beat it out of me. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Sean, say it ain't so. My boy, the chosen roster, no national for me. I'm gonna miss you, homie. Oh, Hugo's in the chat. Signs of the past time. Got like
Oh, what's up,
collectibles, have a
Hugo?
translator. Got like collectibles to have a translator. Mike Petty. I'm the only Mexican that doesn't speak Spanish. Hey, there's a lot, man. That's a new generation though. Like I remember at my job, I went, they called on the radio. They're like, hey, we need a translator over so and so. So I go and I'm here to do like an interview, and I see a Figueroa, a Martinez, and something else. But it's like three guys, and I'm like, bruh, am I at the right spot? Because they needed a Spanish translator. Like, no, 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 you had the right spot. I became good friends with this guy because he made me laugh so much. I'm like, bro, there's three Spanish dudes right here. Why the hell are you calling me, man? I had to drive 20 minutes to come to this call. And my boy Ray looked at me. He's like, homie, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm a coconut. I'm brown on the outside, but white on the inside. I'm like, bro, I lost it. I was like, I gotta know this cat. So we're still pretty good friends right to this day. It's like, man, he's like, I can't help it. I was born in Philly, stayed in Philly all my life. None of my family speaks Spanish, bro. We're that new generation. We don't speak Spanish, bro. That would be funny if it ends up being the most viewed video. Oh, if we do a
All
Spanish
in Spanish,
content. Well,
right? We
I
get
don't
all
know.
these views from Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how you see your algorithm and it says percentage? I have like you in Canada, the one person in Japan, that's probably JP Wisco.
Right?
But I thought about it. I mean, I got the Latino Collective. We it's like once a year I bring all the Spanish folks back and we talk about, like you, me, James, Orlando. Who else? I had Brent, with what's his name now? Star Huddle 77 or 77 Star Huddle
Yeah.
77. Um, he's the you know, you got a affirmative action. You got Brent in there in the Latino collective representing. That cat know he's got mad knowledge on Hispanic players, bro. I love Brent. But yeah,
Dude, he used to live right by me.
oh word, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He used to work right here at the Lowe's. He was like security or something. And I
Oh
seen
really?
him there a couple of times. Then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And then I seen
I
him come
thought he
back
was a
on YouTube like
restaurant.
a year later.
Yeah, he did. I thought he did like restaurants or build restaurants or something like that.
Yeah, he has a sweet collection too, man.
Yeah, no, I love Brent, man. He hooked me up with my 53 Bowman Monoso because he knows I was chasing that card. I was looking for the perfect Monoso card because, you know, in my opinion, that's the most beautiful card in the 53 set. Everyone says Pee Wee, and like Retro was saying before, YouTube is like a bunch of sheep. Bro, I was just curious to see what the Pee Wee was worth. Bro, I saw one like a PSA 4 and like $600 with like 2 days left. I'm like, this is even like a great card. I just don't get it, bro. The 53 Pee Wee is the most overrated card in the hobby. I said it. That's why I should name this the 53 Pee Wee. Man, Bowman, Alex would be like, what? What did you say, bro? What? Alex would show up to my house and be like, what the heck? Bro, what are you doing? I forgot to tell you. I got a little addition. I got a fourth frame. So that wall is coming along nicely. So it's not too shabby.
Man, I
But
had one of my posters fell off. Oh, I don't want to take it off because I got my cat sleeping back there. But remember, I hung out all those frames. One of them finally fell, but that's a heavy ass frame too, man. Oh no, there's two frames, so but it's that Olympic one. Oh shoot, sorry, kitty.
yo, Hugo, yo, Hugo goes, I speak Salvadorian and Mexican Spanish. So I'm down.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was different. It's Spanish. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's different words. There's different what you got there, bro?
yeah, it's the '88 Olympic team. So, but yeah, this thing fell off the wall with those two-sided things. But yeah, it's just way too heavy. Need to
Did you
put more
figure
of
out
them.
did you figure out how to hang stuff up on that wall where I still
Yeah, that's
laugh
what I'm
where
saying. That was the only one that fell. Like, I hung up all those frames, but then that one fell from right there.
is that the wall where there was like a water pipe?
Yeah.
What are
Yeah,
you using? Are you using like hand strips?
yeah, I used the strips, man, but they work great for a while. But that frame is really heavy. It's big, so that one ended up
There's
falling.
actually command strips that can hold 15 pounds. Just use two of them. You'll be straight.
Yeah, I gotta use. Oh, I put them all the way around on each. I use like 8 of them. I'm gonna need more.
What do you
But at
what
least it didn't do any damage to the wall. Like it fell. I thought I was gonna peel some of the paint off or something. It's clean.
Yeah, I love those. Are you using like the actual Velcro strips or using a hook?
Yeah, the strips.
Is that the back of that frame? Does it have a wire on it? Like if you had a nail, is
Yeah,
it a wire or what? Why don't
yeah.
you
It's
just
got
use
two
a hook?
wires running each way.
Bro, use a hook because I use the command strips for like the Christmas wreaths. But
Yeah,
those hooks, if you look at the hooks, they hold like 15 pounds. They hold a lot more weight than the Velcro. Because that looked like a big ass frame you got there.
yeah, dude. It's huge and it's heavy.
Good
It's heavy.
thing the glass didn't break, homie.
Well, it's plastic. It has a plastic thing on it. It's not glass, so. But it's I love that little poster right there. But yeah, it was just too heavy. Fell down.
Hey, I know what I want to ask you way early. Back to the Mag Pros. Are you gonna like do the labels by hand or you printing them up?
I'm gonna do them by hand. I don't have a printer or computer.
I just
Yeah, like let me see if I can.
if you want them ordered, I'll give you the contact information of the Mag Pro chick. She was
All right, yeah.
yeah, she's super
You could
nice.
like customize them.
Yeah, she'll help you with the design too if you want. But yeah, you just tell her what you want to put on there and how you want to, and she'll help you with that. So I'll send you the information and the way they price stuff out. But yeah, I got 100 of them just because I know I'm not gonna go through that super fast. I'm not Dylan. Dylan, that cat's an animal, bro. That cat has
Right.
half the selection already.
Yeah. See, but yeah, we'll see how it goes because I do them all for, like I said, I'll be changing them out. It'll be more of a fun entertainment thing for me as opposed to like real serious. You know, like man, I saw Dylan's video and he was just all excited about it. You know, he has plans. Like I'm more
Yo,
of a, I'm just gonna mess around with him.
yo, my man got so much. Like me, I just have a general Blue Rock TV on there. But my man's he's got his own numbering system. The thing I liked that he did with the modern stuff, he put the wax pack uh, ratios. Like, this is a 1 out of 336 pack hit. I like, oh, that's a nice little touch to know that type of information. Let's see. Got to run, kids. Oh, Mike Petty. I guess he drank a little bit too much.
You gotta run, kid. Run, kid.
Man, I need a Griffey auto, man. There's so much stuff I want to get at the national. I'll tell you here because there's only 20 people in the chat. I appreciate every one of y'all. Appreciate it. The big boy card I want, because I'm not going to tell too many people. Because last time I told everyone I wanted a damn 49 Campanella, like 4 people had that sucker, and I could not find one. Paparazzi had one. I think Jim Picker S got one. Ray from Philly got one. They're all showing me. They're like, Lou, look what I found. I'm like, you son of a. Anyways, so I'm going to say it one time because I want to talk about it. The 39 play ball DiMaggio.
Ooh, that's a real big boy card.
Yeah, that's the one. If that's the only card I get,
in a PSA 8?
Budget, huh?
In a PSA 8?
I don't have 6-7 Gs for that, bro. No, I'm looking 3 and under. A 3, I can find a nice, like on eBay. I'll be happy if I buy one on eBay, because I know it's gonna be a budget. If I buy one on eBay, it don't matter. I'm not gonna cut out of it, but I'm gonna use eBay to my advantage. I'm like, look, homie, I can buy one right now on eBay for this much. Can you meet it or go? I really want to get cheaper because they don't have to worry about shipping. Doesn't to authenticator. Then I'm gonna get cut out of it. You buy it for 1,800. The buyer or the seller's only gonna get, if it's 1,800, they're probably gonna get 1,450, 1,500. So I'll tell them like that. I'm like, give it to me for 1,600 or whatever. You're getting more money. I'm getting a better deal. So it's just the way. We'll see how it is. Hopefully, unless it's Mantle, Mays, vintage is going down, bro. I'm looking at my cart with some of the rookie cards that I have my eye on because I have a whole bunch of searches. Bro, vintage across the board is nice. And I'm not rushing. Like stuff I would have rushed to get 4 years ago because the boom and the flippers were just bananas. I'm like, oh, this is a good deal. Bro, those cards are starting to become more consistent and more steady. Like I was looking at a 1960 Willie McCovey Gold Cup rookie, the nice one in a 5, and that thing's going for like 150 to 160 consistently. So back in the day, they were going for like 250. So I'm not really in a rush to get that now.
Yeah.
I'll put that up at a show. Maybe I'll bundle it. I could get that even cheaper if I get a big boy card.
Yeah, for sure.
Darren, peace out. Take care of Roller Tide. Rolling Tighter, man. Yeah, 4:30 a.m. I get up for work at that time too myself. I'm off tomorrow though.
That's cool. Yeah, I gotta be up early tomorrow too. See if I can find mine.
I wouldn't let you go.
Nah, I'm good.
Yo, Billy Sykes is right, man. 63 tops rolls, man. If I could get that, I'll jump on that because he'll get into it. They're just gonna do him dirty. I swear to you, they're gonna do him dirty. The day after he dies, they're gonna put him in. They just don't want to see him. They don't want to give him the satisfaction of him getting into the Hall of Fame alive. The day he passes, he'll get in. It's just dirty, man.
Well, I mean, Shoeless Joe never got in either.
Nah, he won't. Yeah, Shoeless Joe ain't gonna get in, Orale, Eloy the GOAT.
Oh, is he in here?
Yeah,
What's up,
man.
Eloy? Ah,
Yeah, Billy Sykes called it. Yeah, that one, bro. Need that one. I always forget. You always got fire. You got complete sets for days, dude. 57 Tops Mantle is my second Rose gets in when he dies. 57 Tops Mantle is nice. I actually like the Hank Aaron. The 57 Hank, because that's reverse, talking about reverse negatives again.
yeah, it just never got corrected.
Yeah, the 57 Aaron is beautiful. I love the 58 Hank Aaron. There's a new guy on YouTube. What is his name? Something like I Appeal, like I Appeal Cards. He's got like 25 subscribers. I shared his
Oh
link.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, pretty dope. I like it was I was intrigued by his story. His story was like there was a
You had to start
wildfire
over.
house and his whole collection went up in smoke, which as a collector is like my worst fear, bro. Like I have my cards are insured, but I don't care if they're insured because I don't want to lose them, bro. They're
Yeah.
supposed insured. I would never, bro. If I, God forbid, something happens to my house and my cards, and I get the nice payday, bro. I probably won't. I don't know. It'd be so hard to start over. This is like my this is my life's work. I make
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, hey, this took me 30, 40 years to put together.
I'm saying, bro. I still have like some of the first cards I ever collected near me.
Well, too, it's like sometimes I don't think people understand. Okay, let's say my how I love my 89 top Steve Jobs. All
Yeah,
right. I don't love the 89 top Steve Jobs like on its own. I love mine, like what that card means to me. That one. So if that one burned, no other 89 top Steve Jobs could replace that one because that's the one that I did to complete my set. My first set. That's a memory. It's that particular card. That's irreplaceable. You know?
bro, this shit is a nickel, maybe a nickel. Look how beat up this is. This card was one of the first cards I got in a blaster from Kmart. It was a special set. I think it was exclusive to Kmart. That's why the red border. And bro, I just remember everywhere I moved because, like I was telling you before, my father was in the military, and I had my shoebox. This was the card I had on top of my my pile. You can see the rubber band marks. This was always on top. I had to make sure this card was always with me. That's kind of circular. I just got the Kirby rookie. I got this one right here, bro. It's so dope. But yeah, bro, everywhere I go, that's why this card means a lot to me because it's the first card I remember that was like the must have. I always checked, made sure I had it. That's why it's near me. It's always near my desk. That card is in a top loader, bro. Like why does this need to be in a top loader? This doesn't need to be in a top loader, bro. Yeah. That's one of those things, man. You just only collectors understand. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
That's our
sir. Just got
people.
home from practice and saw y'all on. Yeah. Just hanging out, drinking. What you gotta get up early? What you going
Because
USC or
the golf team practices at 7 a.m. So I have to have a prep for them before they get there. They start showing up around 6:30 in the
what time?
morning. So I'm there at 5.
Who you gotta get ready for?
The golf team there for the golf practice.
Man, bro, you do all types of stuff, man. So do you guys like over here at the Trop in Tampa? Do you guys laugh at those guys because they just worry about the dirt? Because we got it's not astroturf, but it's fake grass. Do you laugh at those guys? Like you're not really landscapers. You just play with the dirt. You don't know about the science of the grass. Like, is there shit talking amongst
Oh yeah,
grasskeepers?
yeah, big time.
Like,
Because even the players don't like artificial. You know.
like you see the rubber balance, but it's not the same. Like, who's got the who's like I know because you guys are all professionals. I'm like Fenway always seems like they have great stuff, even though I hate to admit it. Fenway has a good crew, don't they?
Well, I'll tell you this much.
Who's the top? Like,
I'll
who do
tell you
you
this much.
respect
I'll
and
tell
who
you
do
this
you
much.
hate?
Professional players that have stopped by at SC
Mhm.
almost always tell us our field is way better than Fenway.
Really?
Like Fenway, the grass is like 3 inches tall. They hate that. Our
So
grass,
yeah,
we mow it like at 0.250. All right,
really, so
it's almost
like
like
putty.
golf.
It's
It's
like
almost
putty.
like golf. You know what I mean? The dirt, they can't have the same type of dirt that we have because our dirt, it has a lot of clay. It has a lot of clay in it, and we compact the shit out of it so it's super tight and smooth. And we have to soak the shit out of it so the cleats go in and out.
So
That's what players love.
there's no MLB regulation on ratios for the clay. Is like is it
No, no,
so
it
Cali
can't all.
has
You can't all be the same because say Fenway, other places that get a lot of rain, they can't have a lot of clay.
because
Us,
they'll just sit on
yeah,
top.
yeah, but we can because we hardly ever get any rain, so we pretty much can control the water. So places like Fenway, they have to have for their games to go on longer. They have to have a lot of, we get shit rain. We get hardly any rain, and when it does rain, it's not crazy. Like you see Fenway, Chicago, like they get rain. You know what I mean? Like their dirt, for that water to penetrate that dirt, it has to be softer and more sandy. We don't worry about that. So our shit has a lot of clay and tight, and players love that.
Just showing pinstripe baseball. My Robbie Alamar who's talking it. No, it's always interesting. I love every aspect of baseball. Like I'm thankful for the Rays being nearby because that's MLB baseball. Without it, I'll be driving to Miami or I have to go to Atlanta. So to drive 45 minutes to see Major League Baseball, I'm always thankful for. But I love spring training, especially here in Florida, because there's 8 stadiums within 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I love going to Stenburner Field. It used to be Legends Field where the Yankees play because I love the cut of the grass. I love just the smell of the dirt, the way, it's just different than the artificial stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, in the movie, I think it's the Jackie Robinson movie. You hear the owner of the Dodgers, when they're in spring training in Florida, and he's talking about the grass. He's a man. Look at this grass. It's Bermuda. I wish we could grow this in New York. This grass is so spectacular, but you can't grow it in New York. You just can't. That's like one of the few references that gets me excited. Like, oh, you hear he's talking about the grass.
I never thought about it. Like the grass, I knew that different stadiums had different grass. I didn't think about the clay. I just thought, they just ordered the shit from somewhere and they just bring it in, because they have mounds of it everywhere. Because,
Yeah.
when they're digging in the box or especially the pitchers, you see them, the relief pitcher will come in and be like, yo, you got to fix this. Because, the starter
Yeah.
just made a divot or a ditch or a foxhole. So I just thought it was the same stuff. They just ordered it from, Clays R Us. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? I didn't think about, different areas, different regions of the country had their own ratio,
Yeah, you have to. The only thing that has to be exactly the same, I think, is the clay mud that's used on the baseballs. Everybody has to use that. Everybody has to use the exact same one at every field, for every game. And give you an interesting thing that, like, I had to work at Dodger Stadium on Sunday for some college games, and my boss was telling me that they had to buy. I'm not sure if it was 40 sets of bases or 40 bases because for Otani's first single, they're going to auction off the first base. For his first double, auction off but they're going to buy like 40 bases extra just to sell for every Otani stupid little milestone, dude.
Yeah, Otani is just an animal, bro. I think he's in the Hall of Fame already. He's just so unique. I mean, when the only person you can compare him to is the GOAT in Babe Ruth, it's unbelievable, this guy. And I got mad respect for him. I'm just glad I got his, some of his main rookie cards when I did because I can't afford him now. I wish I had a auto, but his auto is just stupid now. But are they gonna have like because I know most MLB stadiums have an authenticator from MLB to make sure that this is authentic.
Yeah, we got
Especially
like 20 of them. We got like 20 of them.
really. So with the base, are they gonna put like a hologram or something, or is just
Yeah, they do that. Oh, every game. Every game, dude, is like constantly. The bat boys are getting the bats, getting the balls, getting the jerseys, running to the authenticators, and right away they put a sticker on it, number it, take a picture of it. I mean, they sell everything now, dude. Everything. So like even in the clubhouse and on the walls, they have pictures of all the authenticators, like 10 of them. You got to know who they are, so you don't give it to the wrong person or whatever.
Yeah, because
But
I
yeah,
know.
there's two in each dugout every game in the dugout, right? You'll see the bat boys give them balls for like some guys first hit or whatever foul balls from major players. They sell them. You know what I mean? They put the
Oh,
sticker
I
up.
didn't know they gave like. I see a rookie come up and they're like, "Yo, give me the ball, give me the
Yeah,
ball," and you.
right away go to the authenticator.
I thought it was always like it always looks like it's just one of the coaches because they put like masking tape on it and they'll write like so and so's first hit or something like that.
Yeah,
But like
dude.
Clemente, are they going to do something like because I was lucky enough you hooked me up with 1 year a Clemente tag on the base. I guess you rip that sucker off and some.
Yeah, I was.
Are they going to do that for Shohei? Is it like some kind of tag or is it something totally
Oh,
different?
no, I haven't heard anything for the bases. No, I think that's got to be I think that's got to be MLB approved, and I don't. The only one that I've ever seen individual. Let me see real quick.
Because they do something for Jackie too. That'd be kind of dope. Like
Oh,
Jackie Day. That's the April 15th.
I asked my boss, does he have any extra ones? He's, oh yeah, I got a whole bag full of them.
Lou Gehrig, bro. I need to trade you or send you PayPal.
Yeah, so like for the playoffs, the 9/11.
On 9/11. As a New Yorker, that's dope, bro. No, Jackie,
Yeah, I got yeah. So I went over there and I said, do you have any extra ones? Like, do you? And yeah, so give me a bunch of all
that's
the
dope.
extra
Like
ones that he had.
gold.
So here's
That's sick.
another Jackie.
That George Brett trade we're going to. Oh, that's sick. That George Brett trade we're going to do, you got to throw in one of those Jackies, bro. Yo, man, that's so
Yeah, so
sick.
I mean, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about Shohei base ones.
You know what, man? One day I'm gonna go back to Cali and do a Dodgers game. I got to cross that. I've never been to Dodger Stadium. I want to have a Dodger dog. I want the whole experience because I pretty much got the whole East Coast. I got to start going working the Midwest. Like Cincinnati. I've never been to Pittsburgh, but like I know I'm going to do like a 2 week trip where I can try to hit Dodgers, San Fran, Anaheim. Oakland might not even be there, but I'll hit Vegas. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, like, bro.
For sure.
Go to Dodger Stadium. I can't
I mean,
bother you.
you could join some of the people that have been in my room. AD's been in my room. Aaron Davis.
My man Aaron Davis. You been to Nate?
Nate's been here.
Yeah.
I haven't been over there, but he's been here. He came here with Nate. All three guys on what's his name? Psyched on baseball cards. Tony, he's been here.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah,
I
he
thought you were
came
talking
here.
about Titanic Taters.
No, he came here with Nate. They came together. Him and Nate and Titan and Aaron Davis came up here from San Diego. And yeah, we had a couple of guys. We all got together and we did a couple of card shop tours and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? My boy Sean Tiefer is right. He has a Israel World Baseball Classic base tag. He's been downsizing his collection.
Oh, I have one of the Israel too. I think still
That's
the base thing. I have
the Dominicans didn't play over there. The Dominicans, that would have been dope.
Yeah, but I had all the teams from the Classic, even the teams that didn't make it to the Classic. We still had them in case they did.
Oh, I didn't know
So I had Dominican, Cuba. I had Cuba.
You got a Dominican one?
Australia. Yeah, I gave one to Elite Hunters, and he left it at the National.
He's not even Dominican, bro. He's not Dominican. I'm Dominican.
See, I got like
over here.
The Cuba.
Hey, what you need? What you need in the collection, bro? You know I got fire, bro. I just picked up all these Jordans. What you need, bro? I just picked up all these Jordans, bro.
Yeah, I know I have Israel. I have a bunch of Italia.
I'm not Italian. That's the Mangini all day.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I still have like for the World Baseball Classic, they gave us like three hats, three polos. I only wore one, so I got like brand new unused World Baseball Classic, polos and stuff like that.
bro, you know what? Shantifa comes up with a good idea. You ever thought about doing like a live? I mean, I couldn't participate unless you want just funny commentary when I'm drinking because I think I'm pretty funny when I'm drunk. But like, I know you go to convention. You know, we talk about the national and baseball card conventions. I know you go to groundskeeper conventions and pick up
Yeah.
knowledge and you read books on your craft. You ever thought about doing an episode on just the the behind the scenes of groundskeeping, especially at Dodgers? That's a legendary type stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've done like one where I did the whole thing, like a little vlog of me repairing the bullpen. Every once in a while, when I'm dragging the dirt, because I drag the dirt before the game,
I
like
see
the
that on
infield.
short
Yeah,
Instagram.
I'll just like it's funny because I've been trying. I was used to try to do that for years, and my old boss was just against it. He was old school. Like I remember the owner of the Dodgers, like McCord, and then when they changed owners to Fox, and then they changed owner again to the new guys, they always want us to dance. And my boss is like, nope, we're not gonna sell out like the stupid Yankees. We're
Oh,
not.
Grays do that. They dance all day. That guy's gone to the All Star game. He does like all the worm and he break dance. The guy from the
Yeah,
Rays.
because everybody's always like, yeah, he's let Caesar do that. He can dance. He'll do it. And he's like,
Oh,
nope,
I want to
we're
see you
not gonna
dance.
go down that wormhole.
But is he still there? Your old school?
No. So my new boss, he was like used to work under our old boss, and he's way cooler. He doesn't really give a shit when we have our camera out.
I want to see you dance though. I want to see you on like
Dude,
ESPN when the
well,
groundskeepers come out.
I mean, I don't know if you ever heard like the story. Like I almost got fired on the day that Kershaw threw his no hitter.
Oh no, you didn't tell. Speak about it, bro. What do you mean?
Well, because that day they had just put new cameras in the bullpens. They had new cameras in the bullpens, right? So after he threw his no hitter, I put my phone on the wheelbarrow, and so it's facing the bullpen, and I'm over there like I have my water hose and my broom, and I'm running around like dancing like a horse, and I'm doing all this, and I keep looking at my boss because they're working on the dirt, on the infield. I'm in the bullpen. And I'm just doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm doing the worm on the bullpen, and I'm doing all this crazy stuff, recording myself to make a video. And then all of a sudden, I just see my boss walking straight towards me. And I just start acting like I'm working. I start acting like I'm working. And then, and so then he goes over there, he's like, I don't care what you do at USC or, you think you're funny. He's like, this is Dodgers. We're professionals. We don't do that here, and like gave me this big old speech. And the whole time I was like, dude, I was looking at him. How did he see me? He never saw me. How did he know? How did he know? And I just didn't think about it. Went home, and then like the next day when I get to work, everybody's like, "Oh, what happened? What did they tell you?" He's like, "I can't believe he didn't fire you." And I was like, dude, I was watching him the whole time. I don't know how he saw me. He's like, "Oh, you don't know him?" Oh no. He's like, "Dude, you were on the jumbotron." He's like, "They had you on the jumbotron, and dude, you're over there doing this, and you're dancing, and you were on the
Game
jumbotron,
was
and all the fans are watching you, and all this."
You remember
And
the
every,
gate?
and every
That's
yeah,
gotta be on YouTube somewhere. That's gotta be on the
uh,
internet somewhere.
I don't think so, dude. I've never heard about it again.
That's hilarious, dude. That's great. That's great. And there was someone was going to ask you, but I can't remember. And we're hitting 2 hours now.
Oh,
So
damn.
yeah, it's midnight over here. And I know you gotta wake up early. I appreciate you, John Mangini. I'm gonna have to cut him out of the description. He said he was all about it, man. I guess he fell asleep. I know Dylan was a possible, but Dylan has family stuff going on, I guess. So, anything you want to say, bro? I think
I'm
it's
good. I'm sure Mangini's in his white suit somewhere doing
oh,
nunchucks.
that that cat, man. He he's so sexy for his shirt. Remember that song? That's his theme song. But I'm too sexy for my shirt. So sexy for my shirt.
So
So sexy.
sexy
You know he
and
sings that. Oh, you know what? During the national, I'm playing that on my phone every time he walks somewhere. That's like so Mangini, dude. Uh, so sexy for my shirt.
that's his walk-up song right there.
Oh yeah, bro. If you talk about Sticks and Steams is doing a response a lot of people don't know about is a hidden. There's only 16 people in the chat. He did a hidden response in one of his videos. What song would you do for your walk up? And if you looked at Jason Fisher Bike's last video, maybe a couple videos back, he did. If I was a little bit taller and he was on his
Yeah.
knees, it was hilarious. If John Mangini if he had a walk up song, it'll be that. So sexy for my shirt. So sexy. That was like, that was not even here. It's past his bedtime. But yeah, that's an old school song, man. That's perfect. I'm gonna actually email that to him or text him. Like, bro, this is your song. That's your theme song. But
He's probably not even getting eyes. How'd you know?
but I'm just gonna finish this third glass of bourbon. It was fun talking pickups. Pick this up. This Kirby. I'm loving this Kirby. I'm gonna put it back in the case.
Yeah, I mean, one of my biggest party pickup this year was the Salacious B car. The Star Wars Monito.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, I like Star
El
Wars.
Monito from Star Wars.
I'm not a Star Wars dork like my brother or my uncle. I like it. I watch it. But I don't know. I think I remember that character when we were doing the voices. I was laughing. I was like, "What is he doing?" I think I remember that part with Jabba the Hutt. I gotta watch it. Like which movie? Because he's got to be in the original. So is he like
Return of the Jedi is like the main one. The one where they have Han Solo frozen in the in the carbonite.
In the graphite? Is it called?
Yeah.
Graphite?
So when they go rescue him, he's always there with Jabba the Hutt, and the story goes like he has to make Jabba the Hutt laugh, so everybody else in Jabba the Hutt's crew hates him because he just makes fun of everybody at their expense to make Jabba laugh. So everybody hates him, but they can't touch him because he's Jabba's favorite.
Well, bro, my Mag Pro bro, I want sneak peeks before you put them on. I want to see you hook up.
Yeah,
start hooking it up, different colors.
Tight.
I kind of like that. I kind of like it, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm a little upset that I didn't buy more. I only bought 10 because I just want to dip my toe in it. But, bro, I'm looking at someone. I'm like, I'm going to go through that quick. As soon as I get my labels, I'll text you the label, see if you like it because you're artistic. I'll text you after this, see if you like it.
Yeah, see, let me see if I still have them.
Are you using your phone now or what?
Yeah, no, but see, I would make them with this. I use these stickers to make the labels.
Oh, where you
and I would just paint them myself.
Oh, that's dope. Where you get I want
you got like a Target and Walmart. They're like, they're stickers and stuff, sticky notes, and
size. Is that like a good size? Like, have you put it in the Maxwell right now?
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I have a bunch of them made. That's what I'm saying. I only have one, so I have a bunch of labels, and I'd have to add on to that one all the time.
I just texted you my label, and I guess the girl that's the HR person at MagPro, she did a mock-up because I did it back. So I said that to you now, but it was fun, brother. I got nothing but love for you. As always, I appreciate you. I prefer I'm trying to read the chat because I always ignore it. Who has the sickest collection? Can't wait for Cleveland. Man, we could talk about Cleveland. I'm so excited about Cleveland, man. My budget's bigger, so that's always fun. We want to talk about Homies and Misfits. We got do you have a place to stay, Pepino?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna share an Airbnb. I think the guy who's getting it is the cards.
The card. Oh yeah. So he's the Hank Aaron collector.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're with I forgot you have 4 collectors.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna be staying at. So that's gonna be where I'm gonna try to go.
I wonder how far they are from us.
They said it's like 20 minutes away, but they're gonna have cars there. There's a couple people that are gonna drive.
No. I mean, we're Airbnb as well. It's just so much cheaper than a hotel, but we're about 20 minutes out. But Yeah, it's going. That's why I was wondering how far your house is from our house.
Yeah, it's some trailer park. We got two trailers.
Oh, double wide, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
you'll be all right. We'll be all right, but I doubt it because I don't think the folks you're hanging out with will want to be in the trailer park, bro. We can handle it, but I don't know.
I was
We'll
like,
go
wait, is it
stay.
near a liquor store?
Oh, Snozilla and party, bro. So my house, I don't know if we told too many people. I obviously got the Misfits. I'm not sure about James because he's gonna be working. He's gonna be selling cars at the National, but we got the
Oh, is
Misfits.
he?
Yeah, we got the Miss. So I don't know if he's gonna be in a hotel to be
Yeah.
close, but for the most part, we got the Misfits. Mangini, Diamond Yard, Oddball, Bob Lewis, myself. I said Mangini. I can't remember. But we also got Fisher Bike, Sticks and Seams, Eric Fourleaf, Hardball, Hardball Crazy Derek. I
Ah,
think that's it. So we
he
got
has
a big
great stuff
house.
too.
We got a massive house. Oh, Donnie Log Streams. How can I forget my boy Donnie? But yeah, so the house is gonna be off of the chain. And of course we're gonna have people come over like we did in Atlantic City. Um, but yeah, it should be a good time, bro. So I wonder how far our house is from your house. That's why I was kind of curious because we're about 20 minutes out. Oh, Scott, Reindeer Studios. Because
Oh,
if you
John, huh? All right.
yeah, Scott, yeah. So we got a big house, man. We got 13 people. The house,
Yeah, I think we're getting a. There's gonna be like 10 of us sharing. It's only a two bedroom, but we'll work it out.
hell no. I put parameters. I was talking to Eric. I'm like, bro, we can't. As much as I love the YouTube universe, we can't invite the entire YouTube universe. I think our house fits comfortably 16 people. Like it's got multiple bedrooms, big yard. I was like, bro. I mean, I've been in the army and college settings, and I'm like, you got this many dudes in one spot. It's not good. So I think we capped it at 13. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but it should be a good time, man. Man, that 39. I just know though, I want the 39 DiMaggio, but I learned from Atlantic City, I'm not gonna stay focused because for 2 days I didn't buy a card. I bought all I was buying was beer because I was like, oh, I gotta get the 49 Campanella. I gotta get the 49 Campanella, and bro, I missed out on so many deals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of those things like when I see a great card that I need as a beautiful price, I'm picking it up. I just hope it's the 39 DiMaggio. I might buy that sucker in the first 10 minutes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
see, my problem is I love the dollar boxes and the value boxes. I mean,
Well,
I bought like 200 cards and I had cargo shorts, man. And believe me, every pocket was
you didn't
just
have a
full
fanny
of
pack?
cards, dude.
Fanny pack, bro. I thought you had a fanny pack. You put that sucker in there.
Oh, dude, 200 cards ain't gonna fit. I mean, 200 cards still a stack like this, you know?
Bag. I got like a little go bag, a little army bag, but I want to go in the dollar boxes, go hunting with you and my boy.
Four leaf, me and Four leaf are hitting those hard.
40 is pretty good. I know my boy Mike Sticks and Seams in the local shows. He's good, man. He finds fire, and he's a good one to have because he knows he's like Nate. He knows because he's a Griffey guy, so he knows all the '90s inserts. He's like, Luke, this guy's a bum, but that insert is like 1 in 300
Yeah,
packs.
so that's good to
Get it?
know.
I'm like, okay, for $1, I'll get it. And is a nobody, but the hit's so hard. If you want to flip it, it's $20.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing with inserts, man. There's people that collect a set of inserts, so even the no names have a value to them.
and it's not like today where he actually numbered it. He's like, bro, this refractor or this parallel is only numbered to like 200, but they don't have the number on the back because they only made so many die cuts of that. Or
Yeah,
especially like the Crown Royals. Those Crown Royals, man, I didn't realize how tough some of those die cuts are. When they're making the crown, he's like, when you see this crown in the die cut, you got to pick it up.
I
So,
just picked up a Barry Bonds die cut crown, royal crown.
oh, I bet you that's sick. You show Nate, Nate come, he'll be right back at that damn house of yours.
Yeah, but it's here somewhere. All right, man. But I'll let you go, man. Get your sleep on.
All right, homie. It was fun. And we'll do it again in a couple weeks for 80s. I'm sure I got my stuff organized. I'll just pick something up.
Mangini's in on the 80s too,
80
so
through 89, right?
yeah.
All sets or just tops?
I think just tops. I mean, if you want to do Donruss and Fleer, we get those just in case. We want to keep going for 2 days straight.
If we do live, it's just tops. But if you want to do it recorded where you can edit and cut some of the nonsense out, then we could probably do a lot more. If you get me and John talking, especially if I'm drinking, it'll be an 8-hour episode.
All right, man. Thanks
See ya.
everybody for watching and sticking around.
Yeah, we
Late.
people. All right. Hasta luego. Go Yankees.
Buenas noches. Yankees suck.
He got me. I love that guy.